I want to jump in right now, and we are going to have a look at some of our jewelry. We're going to have a look at some of our jewelry so that all of those of you out there who have not seen our jewelry before, you're going to be able to jump right on in and see some of this. So
this is those of you that may or may not have seen this on my Facebook that have known me for all these years, maybe through the bike community, maybe not, maybe you've seen us here in Sturgis, maybe you haven't, but you have all heard me talk about this incessantly. You all know what I do when I'm here, and this is what it's all about. This is the jewelry that we carry, that we sell, that Joanna's dad handcrafts. So this is what brings me here. This is what keeps bringing me back.
Yeah. So Heidi, you can see our jewelry here on the screen.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Let's look at the pendants. I feel like the pendants need more attention than everybody looks at big chunky rings, because every time you reach for anything or point at anything, everybody always sees my, right? I get all the compliments on my rings all the time. And sometimes maybe people don't really take notice of all the other things that I've got going on, because I always have a lot of John's pieces on.
Let's look at this bad boy. Let's look at this guy.
So that actually was one of the very first pieces that I ever noticed in the window when I first met you guys. That was one that actually stopped me and made me look in the window. It was in the outside window of the shop on the street where when I walked by, it was pretty noticeable, because I love skulls. I've always loved skulls, and that one had such a different, unique take on it. And it's every year I see it all the time now, and yet I walk by it and it stops me every time.
So that's such a cool story. So this is one of Dad's, it's kind of a riff off of one of my favorite designs of Dad's. And it's a really nice chunky guy, like you can see there in my hand. It's quite big, nice and heavy. This one is in sterling silver. So the pendant itself is in sterling silver. And then the small skull in the eye here, 10 karat gold. So you've got the two tones here, which, as Heidi says, she always says this is one of Dad's signature moves, to have the two metals. Now, Dad always likes to make these just slightly different. So in this one, we've got sapphires in the eyes of the small skull, and emerald in the back of the body.
Joanna, stop, back up. Back up. Show the eyes in the little skull, because I feel like a lot of people can't really, I mean, it's not going to be great, but guys, when you're looking at that piece in person, that little teeny just accent is so eye-catching. It's unbelievable. The detail is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff, when you're wearing the pieces out in public and out with your friends, that it's the little tiny detail that catches people. Joanna, roll over to the top of the spider over the other eye. There you go. So see the body of the spider also.
I'll try and get the light on it.
Yeah, those little, it's just the little tiny details. For the type of pieces that they are, the amount of detail that he gets in that's so clear.
Yeah.
That's what makes people stop me out. That's what stops people on the street, stops people stopping me on the street, at home, and not at rally.
You actually now wear this one quite often, right, Heidi?
I actually took it off this morning just because I wanted to wear something different. So yeah, that's the one I typically wear at home. Yeah.
We'll move on to that in a second. Yeah, so this one, emerald in the back of the spider there, nice big ruby in the other eye, emerald in the head of the snake. And do we have stones in this one? So Dad always likes to make them just a little bit different. Yeah, it's very hard to see, but these are tiny, tiny little rubies in the eyes of the snake as well. So as you say, it's the detail, right? So we're gonna jump onto one other pendant, just because it is I don't know which one you're wearing actually, Heidi. You see where I'm going here.
We'll talk about it later.
So this one, this is the pan head that I have here. Putting you on the spot. We can come back to yours later. So this is a set. Well, it's not necessarily set. It's as
This is what the pan head looks like on.
Oh, there. Hey, tech god. The ringmaster needs to switch to your video so that we can see it.
That's hilarious.
We've got the panhead pendant. Heidi is wearing a panhead pendant. It's a stunning pendant.
That's
they're really
hilarious.
Solid, heavy pendants. Good to wear them on heavy chains as well, of course. These pendants, there's the panhead. There's also the knuckle, the
If I
shovel,
can give you a better,
and the evolution. So Dad's made these in all 4 of those motors. Yeah, beautiful.
the detail on these guys is insane.
Totally
insane. It's basically a tiny fucking motor. If you had a motorcycle that was this big, you could wire that bitch up. Like, the detail is ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's true, actually. That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
So actually,
down to like tiny, like screw holes, and like the detail. It's amazing.
Alrighty. So Heidi, now can you tell us, like, did you choose a panhead deliberately today?
I did.
Yeah.
Not knowing what you were going to feature, but of course I did, because that's what we did. If anyone that's watching that knows Joanna and I.
Yeah. We've made a deal that she doesn't know what I'm going to throw at her during this show, and I don't know what she's going to throw at me. So there we go. We're just going to look at those 2 pieces for now.